Greetings, you sexy sons and daughters of bitches. My name is Dante Osonio, and I currently have $3,235.03 in my bank account, and I'm going to document my journey to making $1 million through online business. So what do I mean by that? I mean, it should be pretty self-explanatory. I don't have money. I'm going to make money. And I'm gonna show you guys the process that I use to go from no money to money. It'll essentially work where I have episodic updates. Each time I post, I'll talk about things that I've done successfully, things that I've not done successfully. I'll update you guys on my strategies, why I go from one strategy to another, why I make certain changes that I wanna make. You'll be able to watch the process of me going through ups and downs, going through successes, and then going through failures, and then trying to reflect and hypothesize why those failures happened. We'll also look at the details of the business that I'm working on, and I'll get into the online business that I'm actually doing later. So if you're in that realm, then you'll be able to get a very in-depth look at how you might go about doing that. But even if you're not using the same online business model or approach that I am, you can still learn a lot from it, because everything that I learn, everything that I do, I'm gonna try and create abstractions of principle from those ideas. So my online business will be able to essentially act as an example that we're using to look at more overarching principles, more overarching strategies. And from each decision, each difficulty, each goal I set, everything that I do within my business, there are higher level strategies that you can then take and you can apply them to your own business, whatever that might be. Finally, a lot of this is going to look at my own personal growth. So we'll look at what kind of knowledge am I seeking? What kind of philosophies am I trying to live by? What kind of habits am I engaging in? How am I prioritizing my life? How am I thinking through different things? And the reason this is so important kind of goes back to a very popular quote by Abraham Lincoln. He says, "If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." So in this case, you can kind of see yourself, or in my case, myself, as the axe and my business as the tree. In order to effectively create a business, in order to make a successful business, I have to make myself successful. So I have to strengthen my body, I have to strengthen my mind, I have to strengthen my spirit. And so a lot of this series is gonna look at how am I strengthening myself? How am I building myself into the kind of person who is going to create a successful online business? Another reason why I'm really excited for this series is not just because, one day when I'm successful, people can come back and watch all these videos and be like, oh, hey, that's what the journey looks like. That's what the process looks like. Oh, that's what uncertainty looks like. It looks just like what I'm doing right now. And so I don't have to be afraid of this uncertainty right now. It's just a part of the path. And while that is super exciting, I think that would be great to, be out on the internet somewhere. I think there's something much more exciting that is a very unique opportunity that if you're watching this right now before I have a large following, you have the opportunity to kind of follow along this journey as it happens. You have the opportunity to engage with these videos in a way nobody else in the future will. And something I would really like to see, or I really hope could happen with this series, is other people who are out there who want to build their own online businesses. They want to become, what do they call them? Digital nomads. If you want to become a digital nomad, subscribe to the channel, follow the playlist, and start commenting and talking about the online business that you want to develop. Engage with these videos. If I'm, starting some strategy that you think is absolutely ridiculous, or I'm creating a plan that you think is going to be a waste of time, be like, hey man, you're being a dumb piece of shit. Don't do that. And then we can talk and we can communicate and we can interact while we go down this journey together. This is a very unique opportunity that's only going to be an option for as these videos are coming out for a pretty short amount of time. So I would love to have a community start around these videos. I would love to have a group of people just engaging with each other, pushing each other to be better, helping each other deal with problems. You can come in whenever I post my check-ins or my updates. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing. I would love to see other people doing the same, going on there and be like, hey, I just started my Twitter account And I just got, 2 weeks through an online course that shows you how to build a Twitter audience or something like that. And as I go through the process, I would love to see other people going through a similar process, because that would be fantastic. I think that's one of the biggest advantages of the internet, of online business, of social media. All right, so I just took the video explaining my goals, the direction that I'm going, my strategy for getting there. It ended up being a 25-minute video, but I did talk a lot about basically everything that I know in terms of starting an online business. Maybe not everything, but the general approach. I think there's a lot of value in that video, so I'm gonna go ahead and link to it. And if you want to see the whole thing, then go check that out. I think it goes beyond the scope of what an intro video should be. But in terms of, an introduction, I'm starting I want to start online businesses. Right now I'm focusing in on iOS app development, and the general plan is first learn how to develop iOS apps. Fortunately, I've got that under my belt. That's why I'm starting this now as opposed to back then when I didn't. I just have one more module of education to go through, and then I'll have the basics down, and I'll start developing my first app that I'm going to release on the App Store. I'll talk about that more in the video that you're about to watch. And then, yeah, that's the general plan. I can get freelance jobs after I graduate college. I'll have the option to go and travel the world and support myself by using the kind of the opportunities that I create for myself right now by creating an online portfolio that shows off my app development skills, and by having that skill. And then at that point, I can move into other online businesses, or if I get really good at app development or I have a great app idea, I can put a lot of money into that, build up an app, market it, and possibly turn that into a multi-million-dollar business. Although I don't know, I think indie app development, I don't know. We would have to see. At the very least, it could be a good source of residual income or passive income, realistically leveraged income. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see where we go. If you want to look more at the plan and the strategy, go ahead and check out that next video. It's pretty great. Shows everything that's going on, and then start following along and seeing everything that goes down. All right. Take care of yourself, folks. Do good things. Be safe. Don't go on a killing spree or anything while I'm not talking to you. And yeah, do good stuff. Don't be all right. Yep. Bye.